Okay, in this episode of Hangman, we're going to take a look at, well, actually just making our program a little bit more user-friendly. So what messages we give that person that's playing the game, and in sort of ways just making it look a little prettier from their side of views. So we're going to take a look at spacings, we're going to take a look at what sentences we display to them, and we're also going to have a look to see, well, actually, would a list of the letters they've already tried or guesses they've already had help? Let's take a look. So one of the first things we're going to look at is actually the spacings between these guesses. It's all just one jumbled mess at the moment. Some kind of line before or after might actually help space these things out a little better. So the first thing we can do is within this print statement for dashes is within speech marks put a \n and then a comma, and it'll put a new line before they next put the dashes in. Then we'll put, I think, a sentence under the next print telling them how many guesses they have remaining, or incorrect tries they have remaining. So if I take it away from 10, so say they have made no false guesses, 10 take away 0 is 10, so they'll still have 10 guesses remaining. That'll work. Let's try it. 20 guess for Hangman. Already that spacing makes it a little bit easier to see. You have 9 remaining doesn't quite make sense as a sentence. Might have to figure that one out in a second. I think I saw the word guesses and assumed that it was already in the sentence. It should still break if we go all the way down to the N. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Still got 3. Still got 3. Brilliant. The count's working. 2, 1, 0, and I'm out. Brilliant. I do like that space before it. I might put one after the you have one remaining as well and sort that sentence out. You have number incorrect guesses remaining. Seems to make a bit more sense as a sentence. And I might put a new line after it as well. Let's just try it out. Now with this one you might be pressing F5 a lot more than you usually would be because you're actually just trying to debug and make it a little bit easier for the user. I might have a look at what it would be like having a new line after the dashes as well. But I'm a little bit happier with that spacing right at this moment. I might get rid of that print command, the keyword contains an at some point as well because it's breaking it up. Okay, so one of the next things we're going to have to look at will be within the program. Now, there are so many different things that we could do within this one to make it a little bit easier on the user. One of those would be to actually put a list or keep a list of all the different incorrect guesses that they have. So let's think about where this would happen. It would be within the else statement and the no option. And we're going to need a variable to store them all. So global, let's go with incorrect guesses. This is going to be a list, a bit like the one we started with all the words. I'll also set it up near false guesses, so at least if I remember to put those at the top afterwards, I can put them both up there at the same time. And I'm going to use the square brackets to declare it as a list. So Python knows that whatever it's going to store in there, it'll be a next one. So let's try this. Now I'm not quite sure within Python how you would add something to a list. So let's try it the way that we've been doing beforehand. So incorrect guesses equals incorrect guesses plus whatever their guess is. Not guaranteeing this will work, so you might want to watch on through to make sure that you're not typing up for no apparent reason. Well, let's try it. It's a global, it's set up as a list. We do want to print it out somewhere though. Probably after it tells me how many I've got remaining. Incorrect guesses tried so far, because there's be some more afterwards. Judging how I play Hangman anyway. We'll also want to put the variable in there. Incorrect. Small misses. Right, let's try that one. Guess for Hangman. Oh. Type error. Can only concatenate a list, not a string. Okay, so when you're adding something to a list, you can't just add a string onto the end of it. Right. but we could have had it if it was another list. Let's try it another way. Let's see if the square brackets will mean... No. Well, I know a couple of programming languages that would have worked, so we'll have to remove those ones. Didn't mean to do that. Right, let's try if it's the length of the list. Because if it's a list length of 5, it will place it in the 5th one. Let's try it. Index out of range. No, so it doesn't really like that one either. It's just going to replace them if I do that. It's not going to add another one too. Going to need Python lists, I think. Alright, this is always a good point to think about. If you're not sure on something, I've searched for on Google adding an item to a list in Python, and I've come up with the Python lists page on tutorials point. Now I can reference and change ones that are already created. I can delete ones from a list, that's always good to know for later on. I can concatenate, so a list will add to another list, that's always good, which is what I tried to do earlier. Oh, hang on, just down there. List append. Append something onto the end of the list. So we need the list name, full stop, append. So the list name is incorrect guesses, full stop, append, and in speech marks, or in brackets should I say, the guess. Fingers crossed. Haven't stopped highlighting things. Incorrect guesses is not required. Helps if you spell correctly, Marshall. Does mean that it's got past that previous point where it had an error message before. Print incorrect guesses tried so far. Incorrect guesses with only one S. That is just down there. Let's try it now. Oh, nice. Incorrect guesses tried so far. It'll keep adding them to the list. Now, challenge point if you want. Can you get it to not repeat the same letter in that list? Good luck. And over to you.